In the modern times, knowledge is abundant. You can learn anything you want and no one will stop you. But this always wasn't the case in history. The pursuit of knowledge has always been a dangerous game. The progress of truth and power were limited, and the struggles people went through just to fulfill their conviction. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's all good. I'm just talking about the new hit anime, Orb, The Movements of the Earth. Well, actually, it's not new and it's not hit. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I've been sleeping on this anime. A lot of y'all have been telling me to watch this. People have been telling me it's peak, but I'm busy, as you know. Am I really cookie beast if I'm not watching anything like 3 months later? But yeah, 20 weeks later, I finally started it, and oh my goodness, this is peak. Not every anime needs to have a philosophical theme to be good, but you know, every classic does have them. And if you've never heard of this anime before, I don't blame you. It's super underground. Not many people are talking about it, but the people who are talking about it are like, this is the greatest thing of all time. This is one of the best. This is other villain saga. This is the praise it's getting. It isn't just like a historical drama. Like, obviously it's based in 1500s Poland, in a very religious era of Europe where they believe in geocentrism, which for the people in the back who didn't take physics or astronomy, it's basically the earth is in the center of the universe and that God created that way for humans. But this anime is just more than science versus religion. Like, this anime obviously portrays the human struggle, philosophy, science. Like, it's an instant classic, bro. It's thought-provoking, like the gripping character drama. It isn't about action, fantasy, or romance, none of that. It's just about the pursuit of truth in the face of oppression. Like, Orb really explores like one of the most universal human struggles that people face all the time. It's the pursuit of knowledge against an oppressive system, and like, if it's really worth it, how much are you willing to pay for the price of truth? And if you really don't care about philosophy, history, or science, I mean, the anime still resonates with people on a deep level. I mean, one of the characters has nothing to do with like astronomy, science, or religion, but there's still a key character in it because they still want to fulfill their conviction, which is what everyone's doing. Whether your conviction is trying to stop heretics from disrupt common society, or you're those heretics who's trying to change the world. People are just trying to fulfill their conviction and how much they're willing to pay for it. Like, Orb's animation isn't really flashy, but like every frame is like meticulously crafted to perfection. Like, the director wastes no time on any scene. Each scene is meaningful and important, and just like the way the show looks, the scenery, the background visuals, the night sky. Obviously this is 1500s before we had any of this light pollution in the modern era, so the night sky in the background is just vibrant and it's just beautiful, which is obviously what the characters are looking at the whole time. Especially one of my favorite scenes, which I'm not going to spoil, of course, no spoilers in this video, by the way. And I think it's the contrast between that beauty and the horror is what makes this anime so great. They give us the breathtaking views of the stars that also drag us into the depths of human cruelty and beautiful, and it serves the narrative of the show. Especially combined with the OST, which is beautifully crafted by Kensuke Ushio, a legend in the anime sphere. Everything in this anime was beautifully crafted to make you immersed in this 1500s world, to make you believe that the stakes are incredibly real, that people are out to get you, and that you have to fight for what you believe in. And this is even including the characters, which I haven't talked about so far, because it's really hard to talk about the characters without spoilers, but I'm gonna try my best. We start off with the main character, Rafal. He's a 12-year-old prodigy, and as in societal norms at the time, he plans to go to university to study theology. He then meets a man who puts an idea in his head, an idea about heliocentrism, and that just sparks him. He of course thinks, no way, he's a man of theology, he's a religious guy, he doesn't think that this could be real. This goes against everything they've been taught at the church, but at the same time, he questions if it's actually possible, and that gets him going. The curiosity strikes him, and I think it's so beautiful how one idea could just change someone's whole point of view in life, and how that person can go on to change the whole world with just that singular idea, which of course is one of the main themes of this story. Passing your ideas to the next generation, keeping it alive, and influencing them to change the world. Now for the main villain, of course, to counter these people, of course being the church, and especially the inquisitors, with our guy Nawak here. He's dedicated to preserving social order, and even if that means ruthless means. He lacks personal ideology, but he does believe in maintaining peace and doing what the church says. And I just think he's such a great villain. Like, he is an op for real. He makes you really hate him the way what he does, but he does stay true to his beliefs to follow the church and he's really convicted to that, as again, conviction, the whole theme of the story. And now for my two favorite characters in the whole story, Bedeni and Oxy. I love their whole arc. Their dynamic is like inspirational. It hit my heart. And like Bedeni, he's a demoted priest who's interested in astronomy and the heliocentric theory. And Oxy, my favorite character, he's a school duelist who's renowned for like killing people because obviously he's a duelist. And with that, he really sees a lot of people's deaths in their faces when they die, and he notices that a lot of people aren't really happy when they die. And for him, he doesn't really have any idea what to do with his life at the start of the series. He just wants to go to heaven, but he doesn't really know what heaven looks like and how to get in there. But every religious people he kills, he sees they're not really happy and wonders if they actually are going to heaven or not. And that plays with his whole story of the show, trying to figure out what his conviction actually is and like what he's trying to live for. And I think this plays well into their dynamic, because Bedeni being the more confident one, the more intellectual one, the more scholarly approach to things, while Oxy is more pessimistic. He's more shy, he doesn't really know what more, he's more grounded, he's more pragmatic, and he counters Bedeni well. And when I tell you, like, this man Oxy is like a bro, one of the top bros in all of anime. He's like, that's my brother out there. And I think their bond together is just, even though it may not look like it, their bond truly is like that. Of course, no spoilers, but during that climax of their whole arc, absolutely beautiful, man. And like, the show just does a good job of like creating realistic characters, like what people would actually act like in the 1500s. Like, they all feel real, they're all grounded, complex, and like, they're all deeply human, which I really love. Like, some of the main characters, the heroes, technically, quote unquote, aren't always likable, and like, that just adds layers to the complexity of this narrative, and it's just so cool. Like, this is just more than an anime. I know that sounds pretentious as hell, but like, it's genuinely a crazy experience to watch. It's thought-provoking, emotionally gripping, and everything's just masterfully executed. Once again, that sounds hella pretentious and elitist, but it's really good, trust me. I've wanted to cry so many times during this, just because how beautiful it is. Like, wow, this is so peak, I'm crying. But like, it just keeps leaving me in shock. Like, oh my goodness. Like, generally, if you haven't watched this, give it the 3-episode rule. Like, legit, the 3-episode rule fits for this. I know 3-episode rule kind of doesn't make sense nowadays, but for this anime, like, 3 episodes, watch it if you like it, continue if you don't, it's fine. But generally, I love this anime so much. I have it as a 9 out of 10 right now. It's generally amazing, and I love what this anime is doing with its characters, its story. And I hope more anime in the future are gonna be like this, you know. Like, generally, it's cut from the same cloth as like Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, like one of those animes, and that's the biggest praise I can give it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down if you watch this anime, what you think about it. And yeah, if you haven't, I highly recommend it once again to watch this anime, because it's generally one of my favorite animes in the most recent like era. It's genuinely thought-provoking, and I enjoy watching it. Well, not weekly, because again, I've only recently watched this. I was late, hella late to it. I've been sleeping, but yeah. Again, subscribe, like, comment down, and yeah, peace.